Hello everyone. Today we are playing Final Fantasy XIV. That's the plan at least. I heard this server is possibly having some issues, the North American server, so I don't know if that'll be immediate or not. The seasonal event should start in about an hour for Halloween. All Saints Way, because it's called. So we'll be doing that. That's the plan. Also, for those of you that have been following the Final Fantasy XIV streams, I'm so fed up with A Realm Reborn. So, since I already know all the stuff pretty much, because I played it like a decade ago, we're going to do a story skip. I think I have a level 80 character, so we might be able to, or level 80 job rather, so we might be able to do some stuff like that, but we'll see. If I don't have anything level 80, it might pose a bit of an issue, but that can be worked around. I mean, that's the plan for today. In an hour, we'll do the seasonal event, and before that, we might make some progress in Endwalker, and then after, I might do some more Endwalker. Also, you may notice that I'm currently shirtless. I figured, well, it was recommended to me. This is the outfit I've been using in Craftopia lately. And it was recommended that I do a stream with it as well. So I'll be wearing this tomorrow too, because I'll be playing Craftopia then. But I figured it was also kind of slightly appropriate for Halloween. So that's the plan. Gonna start up Final Fantasy XIV in just a second. Also, I might have to adjust the game volume, because I know that's always been kind of finicky for me. Once my phone loads up so I can actually enter my authentication. There we go. Game should start up in a few seconds. And I'll open up that chat sensor there. Can't forget the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. You know, with the free trial. Always gotta advertise that, right? Alright, let's adjust the game volume real quick. We'll increase the BGM volume. And we'll drop down the master volume a little bit. Hopefully this ends up being fine, but do let me know if it's an issue. My sound effects might end up being a bit loud, I guess, perhaps. Maybe I should just crank up the music volume and decrease the master volume. I'll do that actually. There we go. That's probably fine, I hope. And we'll switch over to our data center. You know, I thought the new data center was going to be added with this patch, but I guess it's later on, isn't it? I've got the sweater as well, I forgot about that. We're going to load in and probably use our story skip. I haven't used it yet, but I did buy it. Watch it end up having been sent to the wrong character or something. That would have been pretty dumb. I think it should be fine. Just gonna... 83 people in queue. On Primal? That's really weird. That's really, really weird. I don't think I've seen... Well, except for Excalibur, I don't think I've seen anything like that. For Primal, at least. That's really weird. Like, 20 would have been normal-ish, but like 80 something? Okay. I've gotten used to the larger screen resolution I usually have, so I've decreased this from like the 4K resolution I usually use to 1080p, and it's just throwing me off so much. Okay, let's find that Moogle and do our story skip, because I have no more patience. Let's go over here. We can sprint through the quicksand, because it's not as cursed as it is in Crystal. And... I just realized my head is tilted like really down low for some reason here. Give me a second here. Game goes quiet as I alt-tab. And... let's see. Hopefully that should fix it. There we go. I think that seems fine. And there's our delivery Moogle buddy. If it tells me to restart the game, I'm gonna feel pretty dumb. Oh, it gives you the silver feathers too. Nice. Let's double check that we have a class that's actually level up. Okay, Scholar and Arcanist. I didn't do the job quest for Arcanist. That's gonna be interesting. I might have to do that. That's what I get for buying the story skip for Scholar instead. Alright, let's log in again. Didn't take too long, actually. I know it instantly logged you out, but like... I don't know, I expected some sort of preamble or something. I guess I'll probably do it when I load in. 8 people in queue now. Yeah, that's more realistic. Just moving stuff on my table there. Alright. Final Fantasy XIV. This is the game. Just this. I'm just looking at my my days subscribed there. That's a lot more than I thought. I thought it was like 1,500-ish or something, but like I gotta whip out a calculator for that. 1770 divided by 365. That's nearly 5 years of subscription. I'm wondering if this skips the entirety of Shadowbringers, just to start off on Endwalker completely, or if it drops me off at the end of the base Shadowbringers patch, then it has me go through the rest of the patches. Oh, actually it's just straight to Endwalker. Okay, that's good. And it dropped me off on Limsa, so it works out perfectly. I'm right there. I'm right where I need to be. And just kind of piratey, I guess, by accident. Oh, since I got the money for that, I can probably get the outfit that kind of matches this, perhaps. Actually, let's do that. Let's go to the market board. I still have to do the Sage's Focus quest. I haven't done the level 70 quest for Sage. Okay, let's go down to the Hawker's Alley. Now I'm just realizing, I wonder if it actually unlocked all the teleport places between here and... Let's see. Okay, that's good. It did unlock all the teleport places. That saves a lot of trouble. Where's the market board? Okay, there it is. I don't know why Limsa throws me off like that so much. Top level 1. So I forget what the actual name of it is. Arceus Coat. Oh, that's really cheap here. I think it's like 100k on Balmung the last I looked, or like 200k. And we'll toss that into our Glamour Dresser, because I think I've got the prisms for it. So back up to our room real quick before going to Old Charlian, the Sturt of Endwalker. I'm more hyped for Endwalker than I was for Realm Reborn. Mostly because when I did Endwalker, I did all the side quests before each step of MSQ. So doing it all consistently over one session might be a bit more interesting, I guess. But I'll also try to unlock Flight in the meantime, of course, so it'll be a few side quests. I gotta remember where the half castle. I'm slightly disappointed that this isn't closer to the inn. I think this is the furthest one from the inn of all the starter towns, because at least Gridania you can sort of drop off at the airships and get dumped down. Actually, probably would have just done the same here, except would have required talking to the NPC. But that would have put me right here, wouldn't it? Right next to the inn. I should really do that more often. I keep running to the aft castle for some stupid reason. Glamour Dresser. Let's stick it in. Body, all trash. Where is it? Erase coat. There we go. Let's edit ourselves a glamour plate. Let's see. Yep, just erase coat. I need to dye that. And I've really got like nothing for gear stuff here. What gloves do I have at least? Nothing? Just okay. I thought I at least had like the seasonal stuff. Oh, I was also checking shoes, which is probably part of the problem there. Add a glamour plate. 4. Hands. Open. There we go. And for pants... nothing. I'll just keep the butler ones, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. And we'll need to find dye for that. So either soot black or purple to match this top, I guess. I don't know why I'm using this, but okay. Hello. Welcome to the chat, Sakura. Let's apply that glamour plate real quick. Reapply gear to Sage, and go get ourselves that dye. Let's see, try on. Because I've got a bit of time before the actual thing. We can go with black, or we could go with a dark purple. I think I like the dark purple, actually. We'll go with that. I think I've actually got that dye, don't I? Do. Perfect. I should have dyed that in the glamour dresser, honestly. Okay. And now let's go talk to Tataru. At the end of the pier, I guess. And probably... it's gonna be funny doing Endwalker as Arcanist. Because I still haven't gotten the job quests. I gotta grab those. I really do. Arcanist. Also, I probably should have just used the Aetherite system to get here, but whatever. Too late for that now. We'll try this again. Yes. I can answer questions, depending on what it is. I have to get better gear for this. Level 30 quest, okay. It's an easy skip. I do have a Discord account. I haven't been using it much, though. I have a personal one and a private one. Oh, I'm sorry. A personal one and a stream one. The problem was that switching between them is kind of a hassle, so I don't check the stream one too often. I really should get like a computer specifically for that. But money. Yeah, public and private. I've got the public one for streaming, which I need to check more often. Let me double check that real quick. I haven't logged on in a while for it. I don't know if it's even open. It's absolutely going to prompt me to log in again, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to... It wants me to log in. But apparently this works. Let's see. Authentication code. Let's dig it out. The exciting stuff, right? Alright. Logging into Discord. It is... I'll just post it in chat, actually. There we go. So that's the stream Discord account that I rarely ever check, but I do have it. Alright, let's do our quest, I guess. With our really terrible gear, I really need to get better stuff. Alright. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Railen should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Probably should have talked to everyone else standing around. I remember doing this on launch day and just everyone being hidden. Alright, let's... I'll check that after the cutscene. I think it should have open messages, shouldn't I? You should be able to message me. Or at least add me, I think. I really need to get better gear for Arcanist, though. It's not ready for Endwalker. No?
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Okay, since this isn't automatically progressing, I am going to quickly hop over to Discord and check that, I guess. Discord. Pending. Huh. What are my settings here? Let's see. Privacy. Yeah, it should enable people to add me, as far as I can tell. Oh, I don't have it set to everyone. Okay, there we go. I'll grab your name anyway, so I can add you. Let's see, there we go. Friend request sent. Now back to actually playing the game.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It is. Perhaps.
It's funny.
It is funny, because none of these journeys ever really go smoothly.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
This music reminds me of Final Fantasy XI, honestly. It very much has the aesthetic of Final Fantasy
And
XI.
now,
instead of
years
14.
later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland.
Also, I kind of miss the
Aye.
transport system from Final Fantasy
Tis upon
XI.
reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
It was really inconvenient having... Oh, why is... Okay, Discord made that message because I have it open in browser. Let's just mute tab so that doesn't pop up on stream anymore. Okay. The Final Fantasy XI's
Thou hast
transport
matured
system,
much in the intervening years.
it had
Wert thou
scheduled
not
travel
caught attempting
times,
to relieve
and
Master Louis
the
Soir of
ship
his purse
wasn't instant, so you had to
scant
like
moments after he made
actually
landfall upon this
travel
dock?
on it over real time, which is inconvenient for it's practically inconvenient, but it's a good way to actually like meet people and talk, and it makes it feel more real, at least compared to the instant travel system we've got in this.
Oh, really?
Look at all these characters we don't know because we skipped ARR and all the cutscenes, and Heaven's Ward and all the cutscenes, and Stormblood and all the cutscenes,
Sir Estinian?
and Shadowbringers and all the cutscenes, and Crystal Tower. I think
Sir
actually, did we
Estinian?
get the Graha introduction on Crystal Tower? I don't know if we actually did that or not on stream. Or skipped it. It could be either way.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy.
I'm just remembering
since
that
we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I kind of forgot that I'm so used to like playing these for my own enjoyment rather than playing on stream. I tend to forget that Endwalker starts off at a very slow burn as well.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs.
Like up until level
Especially in private company.
83-ish, I think, for MSQ. At least the first dungeon. It's
Or I'll
it's a
be
very
forced to
slow
respond
burn.
in kind. Little
It's a Lord
Alphino.
Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Yes. You've made your point.
Better.
It's funny because he's got spear. Look at Tataru not tagging along.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
She's not alright. She's worn out from having to constantly summon that carbuncle she's had since A Realm Reborn.
Distraught? Me?
I'm eating
Don't be
snacks while
silly.
playing.
I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
She's not happy at all.
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
Not the first time. I mean, literally, it's... That line just reminded me of Titan again. Because, like, oh, we're trying to save the world! And, like, they take so much time to actually let you fight Titan. I'm going to avoid going on another rant again. I've ranted way too much about Titan on this stream for Final Fantasy 14.
And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Classic Tataru. Unable to fight but useful and everything else.
I'll hold you to that.
Yes, hold me to bring them all back safe and sound.
Ah,
I decided to play the
good.
part of the silent
You're still
protagonist by
here.
just chewing through the entire thing.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
Yeah, Hori.
We're to assist the
His name is
Maelstrom
just
and the
funny to
Kobolds
say.
with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
I was so tempted to skip this, really.
Flamine and the others wish you all
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
safe
skip it.
journey
I'm just-
and promise that they'll...
Impatience. Very impatient. Does this skip the boat cutscene as well? I hope it doesn't. Because the boat cutscene is actually interesting. Okay, it was just an area transition and then boat cutscene. Okay, we're at the interesting parts now. This is just like a long send-off.
Here. Feel.
Nope. Oh. I keep thinking it's here, think, feel instead of here, feel, think.
Think.
But what if I don't want to think? I'll just follow the MSQ
The
prompts.
day has
then.
barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
Something
Though
else is
we're
no.
hardly alone in that.
Let's make a joke about something else rising. That's terrible.
Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Look at them, unconscious. Oh, I'm just remembering when one of the last trailers for Endwalker came out, everyone was theorizing that twins
Called
were
out
going
to
to die.
You say.
Like, oh, it's trying to like drop
I've heard
hints that they're
nothing
going to
myself.
die. Blah blah blah. I hope they don't kill the twins. And it's like, of course not.
In any case,
Like, all I could think
dare
at the
say
time was like,
sea air
it's
will
such
do
a
you good.
dumb thing to think.
Why not join the others on deck?
It's
Charlian should
Why
be coming
would
into view
they?
at any moment.
they're basically the main characters stand-ins for you. Like, no. They're not gonna kill the twins. Although they do some stuff, like, I mean, it ends up becoming kind of suspect later. We'll find out some stressful situations where they might do some things. But, actually, I'm just realizing, I think Endwalker has perhaps the least casualties of any expansion that I can remember. It definitely has some, though. A lot of people, like, quite a few people die, and a lot die off screen. I am spoiling everything super early on. I'll try to keep my mouth shut about the spoilers from now on. I'm so used to doing it through Endwalker, or through A Realm Reborn, where it's sort of old content and everyone's used to it, but Endwalker is still...
My voice yet reaches
It's...
you.
Oh, wow, it's nearly been a year, hasn't it?
Glad.
It's almost just about been a year.
Hear. Feel. Think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
I mean, you can't even let us guess who she is. It says her name right there. But this is our first time meeting her. Why now? I mean, we can't trust her words because we haven't heard her for several expansions.
After your
clearly.
sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
Yes, we have our answer.
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What
Primal.
Eidolon has always been. A primal.
Dun dun dun. Who'd have guessed it?
Zodiac
Definitely
was
not people
created
that
to
guessed it
forestall
back in
the
ARR.
apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of like the... Oh wow, connection with server was lost. Nice. Okay, sure. Time to start up again. Okay, I guess I'll have to... I wonder if that's going to drop me off straight into Charlian because I did the loading screen, or if it's going to make me do the cutscene again. I'm genuinely curious. Oh, it's not letting me connect to the data center at all. I'm going to have to restart the game, aren't I? Great start. Great start. Alright, logging back in. After the game finishes crashing. Alright, let's load up the game again. Good old crashes. Server stability top notch. There's our one-time password. And loading up the game again. The best part of Final Fantasy XIV is clearly the server stability. Start up again. That's really loud on the desktop one. Let's turn that down a little bit. Railen TV, let's go. I wasn't logged out properly. Is it gonna boot me back to Limsa? We'll find out. Very soon. In the meantime... yeah. Actually, I'll just look for... While we're waiting... This is the loading song. 195. That's like all the people in Lamia. Connection poor? What? No. Like I've got pretty good internet, so it's definitely not poor. I mean, the game, like this game server stability might be poor for the connection, but like my connection should be good. Just adjusting the pillow behind my neck here. 195 in queue. So how are you all doing? It's not letting me rest my hand on my head on my hand here properly, is it? Okay. I need to like have it right in front of my face to do this, but sure. So, how are you all doing? My finger's glitching out. Great. Perfect. Yeah. How are you doing? How was your day? That's good. I hope that was good. Yeah, this is... Hi. It booted for me from the game, and here we are. Classic. Classic. Remembering all the times it booted me from the game back in the initial week of Stormblood. It was better for future expansions, but like, sometimes we still get this stuff. It tends to get blamed on like WoW players for doxing the game, or not doxing, DDoSing the game. But I don't know how accurate that is. Chat delay. That's really odd. It would be interesting if it's a delay on my front, but I don't think so. 1 minute delay. I know... Is it delay on your end, or is it delay on, like, the stream end? Because I know there's a bit of a chat delay anyway. I don't know why. I think it's a Twitch thing. Or I accidentally set the setting at some point and completely forgot about it. But I don't think I've got that sync delay. Not intentionally, at least. Well, there is always the non-zero chance I accidentally talk with it for, like, anti-stream sniping, but I don't think so. I don't play anything that really warrants it. I'm not playing PvP in Final Fantasy XIV either, so... I don't know. I mean, I guess I could check through Streamlabs settings just in case, but I don't think I could do that during the stream. Actually, let's double check that, I guess. Ascend, it takes 1 minute. Advanced. Let's see, I think it's advanced. Oh, the game started up again. I'll have to check later where the delay is. Because I think you can manually input a delay. Oh, there! Right into the cutscene! Nice! They really don't want me to, you know, get to Old Charlian without this cutscene.
Here.
Feel.
Feel.
Think.
Think.
Fish. Great.
The
Are we gonna
day
do
has
this?
barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
Yeah, I'm definitely an early riser. It's like
Though we're
4:32
hardly
a.m.
alone.
my time.
Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
Oh, this is at 3:31 a.m. Yeah, this is early my time. Fancy boy.
Called
Shirtless
out to
boy,
you,
really.
you say? I've heard nothing myself.
But yeah. Speaking of my stream schedule and the current time,
In any case,
next week
I
my
dare
stream
say the
schedule will be
sea air
changing
will
up a
do you
bit.
good.
I've left my job that
Why
had
not
me
join the others
doing the
on
night
deck?
shift thing.
Charlene should be
So these
coming
4
to you
a.m.
at
streams,
any
like the one
moment.
that starts half an hour ago, this one that we're doing right now, this one is going to change in timing. I haven't quite decided what it's going to be yet. And I'm considering possibly adding a third stream to each week while I don't have a job. Just to, you know, do stuff. But we'll see how that goes for actual practicality reasons. I'm trying to shift back to being awake during the day. But it still feels wrong sleeping when it's dark outside. Flex? Make a try. It doesn't show up too well with the glitchy arms, but new redeem. Paused and unpaused. You just wanted to pause for me flexing, didn't you? Oh, it worked. Nice. It twitches weird like that
My
sometimes.
voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Oh, it didn't fix it? Okay.
Hear. Feel.
Just do it again. You're just doing that because you want to see it, aren't you?
And
Dabberdine.
thus do we meet face to face at last.
It almost
My
works.
warrior of light, guided
I'm actually
by
surprised the arm
crystal.
didn't glitch out that far out. Why now, Heidelin? Why now?
After
Because
your sojourn in the first,
we're reaching the
I
end.
believe you have your answer.
Actually, it isn't doing
You
the
have
automatic
gained an
dialogue
understanding
thing
of what
anymore
I
after that
truly
choice.
am, what Heidelin has always been. A primal.
Primo!
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet
You know, the
7
thing it said
times
all
now,
along.
those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered.
I mean, they've been saying for a long time that these, like, this is all about trying to rejoin all the worlds together, even though they really messed up with the 13th, I think it was, the Void. But like,
The greater his strength grows.
yeah, we're finally getting
the
to the
swifter
end
does mine
of
own
the
diminish.
Heidelin Zodiac story.
The power to draw your
I say
mind
after
into the
skipping
rift
through
betwixt
several
is
expansions.
no longer mine to wield. Yet though it
It was
taxes
surprisingly
me
expensive,
sorely,
actually. Like,
I dare not
in
leave
American,
these
it's like
words unsaid.
$25, which sounds fine-ish. And then after it got converted, it was like $36 in Canadian, and I was like, how did I add $10? Oh, look, the disconnected again. Pretty much the same spot as last time, too. Now I'm just wondering if it's like the actual cutscene or something. Good old stability. Worst case scenario, I switch over to the OCE servers, play my character over there, and yeah. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather stick to my actual normal stream account. But that is an option, I guess. I think I've got things configured for that. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I'm assuming something got censored there. Or are you just trying to put in a chat prompt? I don't know. 3 asterisks. I don't think it's got any sensors for, like, what you're saying in chat. It's a clip. Okay. I didn't realize... Does it actually show in chat when someone clips things? I don't recall it ever doing that. I'll have to check after stream what the clips are. Actually, I can do that while I'm loading in with the 185Q. Let's see. Video producer. I'll have to set up the things for, Oh, I think that's already scheduled for next week's streams. Okay. Oh, I think those are actually showing up in my notifications. I'll have to check those. Wow, I forget what I was thinking of there. Oh, right. I have a YouTube channel as well that I upload the VODs onto. After they get removed from Twitch. So about... The VODs come out about 2 weeks after they come out on Twitch. I'm trying to keep it consistent, and I'm trying to set up playlists for, like, following what I'm doing in each game. The fan stuff. I mean, I would like fan stuff, yeah. Fan stuff is always appreciated. Yeah, I do have the YouTube channel, if you want to check that out for VODs, in case you want to rewatch something or miss something. Come on, send it. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're trying to do, like the actual clip thing. Pause and unpaused. You just wanted to pause for me flexing, didn't you? Oh, it worked. Nice. It twitches weird like that sometimes.
My voice yet reaches you. I am.
Oh, right, I got it blocking the... Yeah, I've got it blocking the...
didn't fix it?
Links, don't I? Okay. Pause and unpaused. Okay, I had the 2 tabs open. Let me just post it in chat then, I guess. There's your flexing clip. Oh, it's doing the cutscene again. If it drops me out again, I might just skip the cutscene. It's an introduction to Charlian, but like... It's dropped me out of the same spot twice now. Flexing on chat. Here, feel, think your way through these broken cutscenes as the game constantly drops me off the servers.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
I mean, I'm a bit more ripped in game, because, you know, this.
Though
so
we're
perhaps.
hardly alone in that. Envious of those still
Shirtless
sleeping
Railen.
soundly.
Yes,
no
for
doubt.
at least today and tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Craftopia as well, where I've got this as my outfit in the game now. So, it'll work there. And it works here too, because I've got the outfit in game too.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself.
Yeah, you don't have the echo. Of course you didn't hear anything, Graha.
In any case, I dare say the sea
I'm
air
the
will
only one
do
in the
you
party
good.
with the echo, aren't I?
Why not join the others on deck?
Because you don't have Kyle
Charlian
with
should
us.
be coming into view at any moment.
At any moment now. It's only going to take a 3rd try. Yes. Good old connection stability. I mean, yes. Actually, I'm just thinking, the fact that it doesn't allow you to send links has probably really helped with keeping bots out of the chat, because I haven't seen any recently. At least not since I hit around maybe 50 followers. Because I remember bots were a problem starting off, where they'd always be like, hey, do you want to buy followers? And I'm like, no, of course not. Probably blocked another link again, didn't it?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Yeah, well, how glad are we going to be after we finally get through this cutscene without
Hear,
it dropping us out of the server?
feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light,
Yes, your car's extended
guided by
warranty.
the crystal.
Unfortunately, we don't have a car. That's from a different event. I can trust her words no longer. This is the third time, and I don't think this is going to work.
You have visited the first. You have every right to say that.
Just stab in the gut right there.
You have gained an
Emotionally.
understanding of what I truly am. What Eidolon has always been. A primal.
Or is she? She is.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse, which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
Zodiac was brought forth to stop the apocalypse. And then Heidelin was brought forth to stop the apocalypse, stopping the apocalypse.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered.
This is our first time hearing this. Oh,
The
of course
greater
not.
his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power,
Yep, just
yet though it taxes,
skipping through the dialogue now.
even bereft
Oh, there's
of
old
my
Charlie in the back.
guidance, you
Is that
and your
Charlene, or
companions
is that-
have accepted the burden
think
of
it's
this
supposed to be
star's
Charlene.
troubled past.
Breakneck?
Conjunction has begun to fall, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn,
Good old time
Conflict
travel
looms.
mechanics.
monumental, which will decide the fate of this world
Great game.
and all life upon it.
You just want me to skip the cutscene, don't you?
When you
We're
truly
further into it
understand
than
what
we
is
were
at
the last
stake,
2 times,
and
though.
your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable. Then shall I honor the promise made
insurmountable.
in another time, another age.
Foreshadowing. Ooh,
Charlians, just over yonder.
spooky.
I will
I'm
not
just
keep
thinking
you further.
a certain ghost here is pretty appropriate for this
Traveler's heart must
seasonal
yearn to
event.
behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again,
Gotta check out old Charlene.
and soon.
Yes, ads will fuck you. They'll bend you right over the table and take you right then and there. Those ads want you every which way. Good old 30-second ads. Don't you love them? Unskippable and everything. That's... I don't know why Twitch does that. Well, I do know why Twitch does that. It's money, obviously. I don't know why Twitch does that from, like, a user retention standpoint, because it doesn't retain users.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
Imagine most clicks on ads are by accident,
And
too.
a good morning
so
to you too.
it's not
Taking
really
a look at
working.
the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go.
I haven't taken a look at the island yet, because I was in that whole cutscene. Ara. What do we have here? A naughty little person want to be fucked by ads?
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
Do you now? Can we see it too? There it is. We only get to explore that part in the front.
Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do
Yeah,
know
they'll probably be
you're
fine.
not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian
There's
said.
quite a bit of auto-progressing dialogue
Forget
in this.
not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee,
You know what? I'm just waiting for it to boot me off the game again.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Your steadfast support in getting us through this cutscene without getting dropped from the game.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Will we now? You mean that one part that actually loads in,
There
and
is
then
no
there's like
greater
the painted
concentration
background
of
behind
wisdom
it?
in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
I mean, it definitely has a library. A big library. Okay, I might have to check that after. Well, maybe after stream, we'll see. We'll do some stuff here. I'm gonna try to get at least the Aetheryte, because I've got 10 minutes until the seasonal event. Because we burned 50 minutes trying to get through one cutscene. How? Endwalker. End of cutscene. Almost. And now we're in Old Sharlayan.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern
seas.
seas. Where under the watchful gaze of
consistency is
Thaliak,
great,
patron
isn't it?
deity of scholars, academics
I wonder if
hoard
it's my
all
fault or the
manner of
game.
knowledge and secrets. Once, they into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
I mean, was it because of Garlean, or was it because of... I thought it was because of the
averse to
Calamity.
Prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Yeah, would-be allies, huh? I don't think they want us to be allies too much. It's me! It's-a me, a Mario!
I thought they'd never let us off the ship.
Yeah, my bod's
What's
just too
next,
hot
then?
for stream.
Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny
The game,
us.
like, it just can't handle this much of me being exposed. They're just trying to process it like, oh, is he shirtless? Is it breaking TOS? It's like, no, I've got everything covered. Everything necessary covered. Truly being shirtless in game, that's too overpowered as well.
With foreign powers. Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
I'm wondering what it gives you an option to say like what your role is here in Sharlayan, and I'm wondering what my options are going to be as basically a no training
to be
noob
overly strict with its borders, especially not at that
who's
island's
only done the
people are wholly
MSQ.
devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
Because I had a lot of options back with my usual character playing Final Fantasy XIV, because I've basically done everything.
If one submits
But,
the proper paperwork with satisfactory
I haven't seen
evidence of
limited
identity
options.
and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Will we
May.
though? May.
Quite.
March,
So let us be
April, May,
absolutely
June,
clear on
July.
these.
I skipped that by accident.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit.
Yes, they
Considering
do.
Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Mention the Scions immediately, got it.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here
Ear
is
wiggling.
to aid in their order's restoration.
Yeah, we'll do it, I guess. Well, not really. We'll do a terrible job of restoring the order.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group.
We haven't
Would
done
you mind
Eureka,
leading
so
the
we're not
way?
restoring that order anytime soon.
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall.
Yes, let's go. Become citizens of Sharlayan in all but actual housing wards. But also, this is all just so we can
We've
have
just
Charlie and
arrived
Starbucks.
and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
She's got like the Karen hairstyle.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
No, this is a forged mark.
Grahat here of the students of Baldesion.
Me out of context. Perfect.
I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Considering how wibbly-wobbly time is in this, I guess that makes sense for him having finished the survey and coming here. But, like, I feel like there was a real time gap there of a couple of years.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
She really does kind of match the Karen hair.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
3. I'm mildly... Oh, that was me. I'm mildly surprised the twins are Archons as well.
Ishtola rule.
Ishtola rules, more like. Oh! Yeah, the fact that the Charlian flags are basically just their version of the Starbucks logo kind of throws me off.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
So you're saying they have a computer, basically, a computer database of all people.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
But what if you use a forged mark, like Ida did, and then claim to be Ida? Right. Have a good day, Sakura, and thank you for all those clips. I'll look forward to listening or checking them out after stream or when I get a chance.
Now,
yeah, have a good day.
Who do we have here?
Who do we have here? Twins banned from the country, obviously. I paused my word there to correct myself at a really bad place, didn't I?
And Alize Levier.
You're both banned.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Levier's lord disowned his young progeny.
GTFO. He did.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry,
I mean, they do if you want to keep their favor.
Exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Sure they are. Isolated on the island like this.
We shall keep that in mind.
Yeah, we'll keep in mind that we don't want to ruin things in our quest to
These
save
last
the
two are not
world.
Charlian natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
I'm absolutely screwing this up because that seems to be the only way to actually keep these cutscenes going properly. Now, you. Who are you?
Name and
Hi,
occupation?
I'm Estinian Wormblood. Aha. I can claim to be an artisan, despite not being an artisan. I'm going to do it, just to see the response. Because I don't have any DOH or DOL classes, so I don't have any crafting, gathering classes.
Indeed. Your profile describes you as an adventurer, but one also trained in the rather more constructive pursuits of procurement and production.
I'm definitely not. I am absolutely not. I don't know why I qualified for that.
Estinian Valeno, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
I remember people getting excited by this being like the actual official name drop in game for him, because I don't recall it ever referring to his actual last name before this. I know in like battles it referred to him as Wormblood, but
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
unemployed, like me. Look at him blanking. Dramatic pause.
If you'll allow me.
He didn't want to admit to being jobless.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
We never really go into the wilderness of Charlian, so
if you
no.
insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it.
We go into
But while I
Labyrinthos,
appreciate
which
that
is
desperate times
literally
call for desperate measures, I find
underneath
your choice of company
Charlian
concerning.
and something they are
Be
managing,
advised
so it's
that
not really
even
wilderness.
a single
but
misstep may have severe
yeah, sure.
repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Sure we are. Sure we are.
Railen, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding,
Yes,
you will
long,
seem none
long
the worse for
voyage.
wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
I mean, we could discuss it here. This is fine. We can reveal to the entire world that we're Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh!
Oh, this doesn't have subtitles.
Welcome, friends,
This does,
to
though.
Charlian.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
That'll make one of us getting paid for these jobs.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
And the good old lack of subtitles. We're finally here, actually in Old Charlian. Hey look, it's Justinian and Graha, and Railen, and all the rest of the gang. But we're going to ignore them promptly and go to the Aetheryte, because the seasonal event starts in 1 minute. Let's just go unlock the Aetheryte here. Gotta go fast. We'll just prepare that in advance so I can quickly open up the teleport menu. Alright. It took us an hour, but we're finally through the first cutscene. Didn't think it'd take that long. Okay, let's go to Gridania. Spin, jump. Alright. And now we'll head over to the amphitheater, where it's going to start. In now, roughly. As far as I can tell. Guess we're all just waiting here. Look at these people. Just everyone waiting for this to start. Even though it's time, but nothing's happening. The excitement is real. It's real, alright. You know, it should have started by now, but apparently not. I'm wondering why. Because it is 1 AM PDT. I think it's the time it's listed on this page. Let me double check that. XIV, All Saints Wake, 2022. Yeah, it should be starting at 1 AM PDT, which should be now. Which is 5 a.m. my time. And we've got nothing going on. And I can't tell if that's because I'm just missing it, or... Oh, that's not it. Not having these side quests done. Oh, there we go! It changed when I looked over for a second. Oh, this is fine. There's no problem here with the Wraith and the Gorilla. And... I wonder if we get that minion. Or if it's a shop thing already. I don't recall. I don't know. Well, I guess we're starting the event. This is the stuff we can get from it. The coat's actually kind of nice. I'd rather it without the stitching, obviously, but it's not bad. The mask... Oh, we can actually wear the mask even though we're a Viera. It looks terrible, but we can wear it. The gloves are also not something I'd wear regularly. See the pants? Oh, those are actually really good pants. I'm gonna get some use out of those. And the boots are actually, or the shoes are also really nice. I like that. The bottom half of that outfit is probably going to be added to my regular outfits, especially on my usual character. Oh, I forgot to read the actual dialogue there. Why, hello there! You strike me as the goodly sort of adventurer, eager to help strangers at a moment's notice, and you couldn't have come at a better time. You are eager to help, aren't you? You have my thanks. Now tell me, does the traveling circus troupe known as the Continental Circus ring a bell? Everyone is gorillas. Oh, this reminds me of RuneScape, actually. Running around the zoo as a gorilla. Classic. The old, I forget what the actual ape quest was. The monkey... Just like a monkey island thing. And you can turn into different kinds of monkeys on the island. And you can turn into them in the zoo in one of the cities as well. Each year when it comes to All Saints' Wake, they set up shop here in town, conducting all manner of suspicious activity. Yes, suspicious activity, as you can see here. Though they appear to be ordinary performers, each and every last member is a most vile and despicable void scent. Under the guise of events and festive merrymaking, they carry out acts both mischievous and malevolent. But worry not, for I have a plan. This year we shall hold an event of our very own, thereby supplanting their modus operandi. A brilliant scheme, would you not agree? What's his earring? Oh, he's got the lips earring from Eureka. The main spectacle shall be a costume cortege. Is it cortege? Cortege? Cortage? Whatever. But for those without suitable guises, my colleagues at the Alchemist Guild have devised a most ingenious solution. A special concoction that will temporarily transform any individual into a most ghastly visage. Like a gorilla. Or a flying cat. That is where you come in. You must transform yourself with our potion and speak with the townspeople to spread word of the event. After giving them a good fright, you will need to dispel the enchantment, thus allaying possible concerns of ill effects from our wondrous brew. I'll do it! 1,000 thanks. I prepared a selection of 4 elixirs for you to choose from atop of the benches beside me. Choose the one that suits your fancy, then go forth and spread the word of our costume cortege. I'm gonna call it cortege. I guess that kind of speaks to the fact that I'm Canadian and there's a little bit of French there, but whatever. When you finish, let us rendezvous near the Leatherworkers Guild. Best of luck. Going with the Gale Cat. Actually, I'm gonna go with the... Oh, Gale Kitten. I'm gonna go with the Sasquatch first. Monkey. Look at my HUD being... Or look at my, my spell stuff being covered by my UI. That's bad. How do I actually dispel this? I have to manually do it? Okay, manually disabling it. Oh, can I really only go with the Sasquatch one? I can't switch? Yeah, whatever. I'll scale one person with it. Hello, truckling chap. Ack! Wait, a Sasquatch? Strolling through the middle of town? Oh, thank the heavens! I have not gone mad then. If you were truly a Sasquatch, I very much doubt I would live to tell a tale. Ha ha ha. Ah. I too can become a Sasquatch if I were to participate in the costume cortege? I must admit, the idea of becoming something so hideous is rather unappealing, but I would be lying if I said I'm not intrigued. Perhaps I'll give it a try. I wonder what his reaction to the Gale Kitten would have been. Okay, so can we change outfits this time? I really hope we can. So I'd like to go as the Gale Kitten. Okay, I can see we already can. That's good. Oh, there's the crier here. Oh, just explaining the event. Do they have a shop? Not this time, from the look of it. Okay, no shop. Alright, Gale Kitten time. We are so scary. Look at how scary we are. Scary cute. There we go. Look at us. We're so cute. Flying kitten. Alright, I should actually change that just a second. Scroll lock. Look at us flying around. This is great. They also changed our targets a little bit as well. Either that or it's a side quest. Okay, it is a side quest. It's the other quest marker is just showing off where I need to go for the for the Arcanist quest to unlock Summoner. Well-poised woman. A flying kitten? Adorable as it is, I hope it's not feral. Oh my, that was you? Goodness, I've never seen such a thing before. Ah, so you're promoting a costume event. If I too can take to the air as an adorable kitten, I should very much like to attend. The townsfolk are abuzz with talk of the costume cortege. Rendezvous with the Adventurers Guild investigator near the Leatherworkers Guild and inform him that all is ready. Why the Leatherworkers Guild? It's an odd spot, but whatever. Let's go down. Destination. I think the Adventurers guy is a fake out. He's the real Voidsent. Aha, thank you for playing along with my ruse. So very sorry to have kept you waiting. I've been gravely busy attending to my own preparations. Tell me, how did you fare? Were the townspeople at all interested in attending the cortege? Someday someone's going to correct me on the pronunciation. But today does not seem to be that day. My, it sounds like they were simply trembling with excitement. And to think no small few wish to transfigure themselves. Oh, what a joyous occasion. And they would give themselves so willingly. Why did I never think to simply take this human form before? Who are you? Really? Like, it's super obvious. I suppose you've earned an answer for your compliance. I was an imp the entire time!
I really must thank you for being so gullible. I did not realize there was another clown in town. Honk honk.
Papa Gruff, my darling, it looks like all your hard work has finally paid off. Haha, the clown guy again from last year. Indeed, my beloved. All proceeds apace. Once I finish settling matters here, we shall enjoy a magnificent feast. The earring was a dead giveaway. Dear, oh dear, you appear to be confused. While the effects of the potion I gave you lasted for only a short while, the potion you've brewed for the townsfolk is much more potent. With but a single sip, none shall return to their original form. We shall harvest the dread that overwhelms their feeble minds when they discover the truth and use it to summon forth our brethren. Then we shall have our night of devilry at long last. The Gruffs will be the envy of all Voidsent and live as royalty. All is falling into place, just as I schemed. The eyes just kind of looking around like, what? A secret? The creature is motioning at you hysterically. What could it be trying to say? Oh, the real investigator. Ah, yes, the investigator from the Adventurers Guild. The fool drank our potion with all the concern of a newborn babe. How fitting he will remain just as helpless as for the rest of his days. Even as we speak, the townsfolk are lining up to be transformed, blissfully unaware of the monstrous fate that awaits them. And we owe it all to you. Indeed, you've done jolly good work this day. Oh, my sweet, you've never looked more dashing. He looks like a clown. Seeing as you have matters that we here well in hand, I'll return home to our little honeycomb and ready a feast for my hard-working husband. I remember that feast being very literal last time. Bye. Well then, I'd better be off to finish my preparations. 'Twill be a night to remember. Poof. Bye. I decided not to do anything while you were monologuing. You poor, poor thing. A lost child at wit's end. Perhaps I can be of assistance. That's a mask. The creature motions at you frantically. If only there was some way you could help it. Okay, so it's a female character of some sort. I don't know what race it is. Probably her. Why do you look at me with such mistrustful eyes, dear? Your dubitation is quite misplaced. There's something off about you, and I don't know what it is. Is this how you always treat newly met strangers? What if I told you I have a remedy to dispel the enchantment? Here, drink this. Given the situation, I do not blame you for being wary of gifts from a stranger, but I will gladly drink it myself, should that ease your concern. Although that would be meaningless to avoid scent anyway, perhaps. But luckily, he is as gullible as a newborn babe, so it worked out. It worked! You have my thanks. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, though I wish we had met under better circumstances. As our fiendish friend explained amidst his gloating, I'm an investigator working for the Adventurers Guild. You can tell he's the real one because he doesn't have the earring this time. I knew that red-nosed charlatan would be up to no good. Knew he would take advantage of the season's festivities as he did once before. Yet for all my vigilance, here I am, his very first victim. Oh, all the shame of it all. She's as a spear piercing my very soul. Water. But thanks to you, I am free of the foul enchantment. I owe you my life, miss. I fear you'd sooner forget a name as unremarkable as my own. I am but a passing woman of science. I see. May I assume that you are the selfsame individual who created the remedy? You may indeed. 'Tis a remedy which has required no small amount of fine-tuning. A frog tongue here, a rat's tail there. But I will spare you the details. Rest assured, the townsfolk too shall be returned to their original forms with a sufficient dose. As fortune would have it, I made plenty for everyone in case such a tragedy were to befall the city. She knew this in advance. Now, if you would be so kind as to distribute the remedy to those in need... Doubling down? Are they doubling down on the mischief? I mean, we've already fallen for this once. We'll fall for it a second time. It's fine. Understood. I know not your motives, but I'll not look a gift chocobo in the beak. I was about to say gift horse in the mouth, like the actual quote. This is the best hand we have to play, and I will accept full responsibility for the outcome, whatever it may be. While I tend to the townspeople, may I entrust you with capturing our crafty clown? Stores of the remedy are like to run dry very soon they claim too many victims. Or should they claim? In that case, I will remain here to assist. Wake Doctor. Odd title. Excellent. Once I've administered the remedy to the afflicted, I shall await you in Mikoto's amphitheater. Mikoto's amphitheater. I just realized that mispronunciation is basically Mikoto. The race. It will be no easy feat to apprehend Papa Gruff. I have no doubt he will be expecting you to come after him. This is why I propose you give him a taste of his own medicine with a disguise. Ideally, the guise should be of one dear to him, one whom he would let down his guard around. What's more, I would suggest someone whose appearance you can recall clearly. Well, I obviously remember Mama Gruff. We just saw her. But I'm going to go with Little Gruff because it's funnier. Oh my, his very own son? Well, an excellent idea. Can you say with certainty you can recall his appearance? If not, the transformation will undoubtedly fail. Oh, I absolutely forget. Ah, you but recently laid eyes on his mistress, did you? Excellent, then he will never see you coming. When you're certain his guard is down, give him one of my special cookies. I've baked in an ingredient that will return him to his natural demonic form. An imp. He's just an imp. They're like level 11 outside of town or something like that. They're not a problem. Though I wish I could do more to help, I'm little more than a simple doctor. An adventurer of your obvious talent is far better suited and accustomed to such risky undertakings. When you are ready, I shall provide you with a dose of my own transformative mixture. Oh. No other NPCs around for the look of it. So I guess we're talking to the Wake Doctor again. It shan't be hard to locate Papa Gruff. Knowing he prepares for the Night of Devilry, I suspect he'll be waiting for more Voidsent to gather. As such, he is most likely hiding in the vicinity of the riverbank, out of sight and out of mind. He will no doubt have returned to his guise as the Adventurers Guild investigator so as to not arouse suspicion. Now recall an image of his beloved in your mind, and shall weave it into reality with the power of alchemy. What if I want to be the kid? Remember, once you found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can to muster or trick him. Then offer him my special treats. Yeah, gotta become Mama Gruff. I sure am dressed as a generic person. I feel like I've seen players dressed like this all the time. Just looks like a normal player. Oh, he's underneath the bridge, right? Down we go. It feels so weird playing as a female here. It's just so short. There's a horde of us! This is fine. This is fine. Oh, my sweet Snirbleberry. I thought you had returned home. Is that a miss? Converse with Papa Gruff and persuade him to eat the Wake Doctor's special cookie? Yeah, we'll make him eat the special cookie. Don't tell me. Is it because I didn't return your goodbye kiss? You know I'm easily flustered. Besides, my love, our plans would be in tatters should a passerby catch us in an intimate moment. Just silent glance over like, what am I gonna do here? Let's see, what are our options here? I know you've been up to no good, mister. I was worried and wished to be certain that I was proceeding apace. Why, I merely wanted to make sure you were safe and sound, dearest. You're not quite sounding yourself, dear. Is something the matter? Well, I guess we'll go with proceeding apace. You came all this way because you were worried about me? Oh, I am not worthy of such a caring succubus. But fear not. Your beloved has everything under control. Thanks to that wide-eyed adventure, the idiot humans are drinking your concoction in droves. My eyes aren't that wide. You must have worked up an appetite with all this scheming. You always know just what I need. But moments ago, I was thinking what I wouldn't give for a snack. I know you were cunning, but if I didn't know better, I would say you're a mind reader as well. The glance over while you're pondering things like, what do I do next? I'm not sure what my decisions are. I hope you're hungry for ripe souls. Cookies, my favorite. Well then, don't mind if I do. I don't know what voice I was doing for him originally. I'm just doing some sort of really dramatic Amiya voice. And it's something, all right. Goodness, it smells delicious. Oh, how I would love a treat from my sweet. Om nom nom, om nom nom, om nom nom, om nom nom. What is this? Papa Gruff-esque adventure. What is the meaning of this? Ha ha! You've been double tricked. Why, you conniving little. You may have put a damper on my plans, but all is not lost. Yes, if I start again now, all can be ready in time for supper. Surely you jest. All Saints' Wake is meant for all to partake and enjoy. The great Gourd of Legend herself! You poor misguided soul. Gone are days when you might wreak havoc as you please. This truth I will drill into your head, slowly and meticulously, until there's naught else you can think of. I frightened you, child. Forgive me, such was not my intention. I wish only for man and monster to enjoy the revelry of All Saints' Wake in equal measure, nothing more. For mercy, his mischief-making was brought to a halt. Thanks in no small part to your efforts, to your adventures. Oh. Follower goal met! Thanks to the follow, Thancred's wife. I have to give out 5 gift subs now. Which I need to remember how to do, because it's been a while. Let's see. I need to remember how to do, because it's... Yep. There's the stream. I need to remember how to do. Wow, it's going to double my voice. Perfect. Alright, gift subs. Let's do this. 5 gift subs. We'll pay the money. Invalid payment method. Okay, sure. 5 gift subs again. Go to full checkout. I wonder what methods I actually have set up here. I'm not sure. Just knock over my water bottle. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Alright. We'll quietly do this. Let's see, let's see. Gotta remember my postal code and everything. Gotta enter all the card info because I didn't save it. Doing this suddenly on stream is just... Probably should have prepared a little bit more in advance for doing this. Alright. Hopefully this works. Complete purchase. Hopefully that actually loads up properly. There we go! 5 get subs. Yeah, thank you again for the follow, and congratulations to everyone that managed to get a gift sub. Let's continue on with the game. After that brief intermission there. Alright, I don't recall if I read the dialogue yet or not, so I'm going to reread it. For mercy, his mischief-making was brought to a halt, thanks in no small part to your efforts. If today's festivities are to be cancelled, despite all we have done, the townspeople would suffer for all his his transgressions. Wish I hadn't dropped my water bottle there. Just trying to pick it up with my feet. And I dropped it again. Perfect. 10 out of 10. This is going perfectly. I'll just pick it up later, it's fine. Yeah, thank you for being the 100th follower, Thankred's wife. And yeah, again, everyone, enjoy your gift subs. Nice. He has caused much grief, and I'll punish him accordingly. You know, it's also caused much grief? Me dropping the water bottle, because I don't know where it went. It's somewhere down there. So I ask that you will place your faith in me and allow my festival to allow the festival to continue as planned. There will be no further disruptions. You have my word. I'll stay on the lookout if it's all the same to you. I say with my finger glitching. You have my gratitude. Perhaps you should apprise the real Adventurers Guild investigator of the present situation. He said he would await you at Mikoto's amphitheater, as I recall. Once you have done so, come and speak with me. There is somewhere I would like to take you, by way of recompense for the trouble this ill-mannered child has caused. Until then, Yes, bad imp. Oh look! There's very few copies of his wife around now. Instead of like the 7 or 8 that was crowding around him earlier. I gotta get back up. Can we jump up from here? Probably not. Oh. Oh, not quite. Yeah, we can't get up from here. Guess we're running along the water. We can hop up here though. There's our guild investigator. And some other NPCs. Genial Geyser. Look at him wearing a blindfold. Okay, so we can't use him yet. I'm assuming he'll let us change outfits. Unusual Usher. I'm dreadfully sorry, but okay. So we need to... Oh, there's Papa Gruff. And the child as well, I guess. I was this close. This close! Oh, hey, it's the doctor again. I guess that's it. Ah, there you are. You'll be relieved to hear that I've finished administering the remedy to all afflicted. But tell me, how did matters fare on your end? Problem solved. So the fiend has been reverted to his original, or to his true impish form. What was that? Why'd that wiggle and make a noise? I see. Well, eccentric though she may be, if the doctor claims she can keep him on a leash, I believe her. With a surplus of curative potions, I can see no reason why the costume cortege should not continue. I will, of course, remain vigilant for other disturbances. Your assistance has truly been invaluable, my friend. With this trouble now behind us, I trust you'll at least take a moment's respite. Why not spend it donning the guise of monstrous and mischievous creatures? Yeah, because that went so well last time. At least you got the outfit now, though. Oh, there's actually a quest here. This quest is available for a limited time only, of course. So you remembered my request. I am pleased. As I mentioned earlier, there is somewhere I'd like to take you, though I'm afraid it is a place not easily reached. When you're ready to depart, pray speak with the usher here and he'll escort you. Oh, there's also a repeatable quest, which gives us pumpkin prisms. Are you aware of the presents, or the costumes here? Of course you are. No small few have already joined in the merrymaking, and I dare say you would be make a welcome addition to a number. How about it? Raring to give the next person you meet the fright of their life? Yeah, sure. Wonderful. Take your pick from our selection of perfectly safe concoctions. Place atop the bench beside me and transfigure yourself into the creature of your desire. Yep, that's super enthusiastic. Ah, you must be the guest of honor. If it please you, I shall escort you immediately. Yes, let's go to this mysterious place. I shall take my leave first, and make the preparations necessary to receive you. Do not be alarmed by what you see, child. We shall not be far behind. Now, if you would follow me... It's gonna be Hawk Manor, isn't it? Oh, apparently not. We're somewhere in the Shroud. I feel like this is a classic, like something I'd seen in like actual stores before. Where is this? Oh, that's a player. Okay. So this isn't solo instance, it's actually like there's other people here. There's a lot of other people here from the look of it. How big is this? Okay, it's actually a decent size. This is a nice place. I like it. And now to live out our dreams as a succubus. Welcome to my humble abode. Surprised to see I have a home of my own, are you? Even the great Gord needs a place to rest her head. You know, just take it off every once in a while. I have never invited an immortal to my home before. Consider this my show of thanks for ensuring All Saints' Wake could be celebrated this year unimpeded. You may make yourself at home, and stay as long as you like. If you are concerned about Papa Gruff, do not be. He and I have come to an understanding. Some children must simply learn the hard way. Probably would have been a better laugh for her, honestly. Any more quests here, or is it just an exploration area? I think it might just be an exploration area. They've got like these chairs and everything here. This place is really cool, actually. I like this. Let's see what's up this path here. Why is that like a mushroom on top of a mushroom? Also, they've carved out the mushrooms as jack-o'-lanterns. But most of the pumpkins are fine, though. Okay, we can't go in here. Well, it says no entry, obviously. Oh, I got a flaring airman. What does it say? Look at my pumpkins! My wonderful pumpkins! Oh my, we have a guest. Says the succubi. Succubus. It's not plural, so it's just succubus. I'm throwing all these chairs around too. There's so much screenshot potential here. It needs to be really great for screenshots. Is this a seat? Okay, it's not. It's just a pumpkin. I thought it was a pumpkin cushion. Can we get behind the house? No. We can go inside though, I imagine. Or just up on the balcony? Just up on the balcony, I guess. Now what's through this cave? Ooh, spooky graveyard! What? What's that? What's that design? It's really odd. The one ghost taking a nap on the gravestone. I've got the imp here. Would you rather be inside a pot or a grave? Well, I guess this is just more screenshot area, I guess. You know, if you just changed to Reaper, this would be perfectly fine. Let's see. What's back this way? More fenced-in areas. Can we get up on... Oh, that was an odd way of approaching the railing. Yes, yes, up the stairs you go. Careful not to, what, step on any toes? I didn't read what that said. Careful not to stub your toes. Okay. Wait, what can I walk through that? I'm surprised I can walk through these, considering they're literally here for this. Perfect camouflage. No one suspects a thing. Okay, so we can't go inside, obviously. I wonder where these footprints are leading us. A dead end, I guess. Little paw pad prints there. I wonder what these footprints are for. Are they like different pose locations, perhaps?
Up to something? Me? Never! I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. All I need is for you to recall a journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories and tell me what you see.
I've got two options. A journey to end a conflict of 1,000 years, and a journey to forge the realm anew.
Good, good. I think of someone remarkable you encountered in that time. Someone powerful. Yes, that's it.
Huh. Okay, so these are all a Realm Reborn options, I guess. Somewhat, not entirely. What's the other option then? Conflict of 1,000 years. This is Heaven's Ward. Okay. Another imp here. So within the night sky to be Shadowbringers. Wherever it lands near and far would be Stormblood. So there's quite a few different options. Let's see. Decisions. Okay, it's mostly just the usual crew, I guess. So no Endwalker ones? It might be just because of spoilers, but like... Okay, just... What is this place? The usual dialogue stuff. I'm genuinely surprised there's no option to turn into, at least M itself. I figured he'd be an option. Journey to clear the night sky. He's not a Huron man. Or Makote or an Elizan. So this is obviously Ishtola. And this is obviously Oriange. This is obviously Thancred. This is probably Rin. This would be... I'm blanking on his name, but I know who he is. And this would be... Huron man who brought Night Sky. It's us, except the edgy version. Wait, is he an option in all of them? Okay, I need to check out Landsney and Far, though. A dauntless Huron man of integrity from the Far East. Not sure who that is off the top of my head, but probably, like, Hien, maybe? Devoted Ori woman. I'm blanking on her name, but we know who she is. Yugiri. Yugiri. A haughty but valorous Ori man with a yearning heart. Little son. An Ori woman with strong body and stronger will. What's her face from that tribe that thinks they're reincarnated? A sweet Ori woman who lives according to her faith is the mole girl. Crimson garbed Huron woman, fleet of foot and fist, is the Ida knockoff. Vindictive Huron man of political cunning. Who? Oh, Asahi. The Garlean man who hunts the servants of darkness. Oh, really? We can go. Okay. Huron man who inspired to take up the arms of. Oh, it's got two different versions. It's got the two different. Okay. So we've got the punchy on the top of the statue guy, and we've got the samurai one as well. I'm surprised they added versions for each of these. And here we are. The samurai version. But also, I want to see Gaius. Because this is absolutely Gaius. We're Gaius now. He's got that classic Elizan animation as well, because he's a Garlean. Because they're literally just custom heads on top of Elizan. I know the animations well. I played for an Elizan just like for like 10 years. It's not something I'd forget. Let's see. What do we got for the conflict of 1,000 years? A Huron man who turned his gaze heavensward. Should be dressed as a Dragoon now. Yep. Can't even talk with the helmets. Let's see. What else do we got here? A blue-eyed Elizan man with a heart noble and true. I'm not sure who that is off the top of my head, so let's find out. Oh, Elizan. Okay. That makes sense. I was thinking here, and I was like, who? Yeah, it's obviously Imeric. Just blank on his name for a second there. A tenacious half Elizan woman. We know who that is as well. What's her name? Hilda? Robed Lalafellan woman of the intellectual persuasion would be Kryle. A proud Elizan man, unmatched in the art of the lance, is obviously a Stunian. An Elizan man of noble birth, fond of gossip and hearsay. You can turn into a Manolane? That's a surprise. course, the Realm of Born with the most options here. We're going to turn into the leader of Gridania, we can turn into the leader of Limsa Valenza. We're skipping over the Sultana and going straight to Raban, and then the Sultana, and then Nero, Orion Ambitious, wait, Courageous and Clever. I read Clever and thought Nero, but this is probably, yeah, Sid. I keep reading Sid Scarlian because he has like the Highlander build. Let's see, what are the other options here? Centric Makote Man, Crimson of against Grahatia. I'm surprised Grahatia wasn't in the Shadowbringers options, because Shadowbringers, Exarch, obvious thing to do. A compassionate Huron woman who leads a secret organization, Menphilia. Rogadin man with a, this big shieldy McPunchy guy who got turned from a trial-led option to to a solo instance fight because he's now too easy. A stunning Makote woman, famed for her famous Peerless Songstress. Flemin. Huron man who is main character. Okay. So yeah. Got most of the characters there, but not the massively spoilery ones, I guess. Wait, why isn't... Oh, I haven't done Hildebrand, so these aren't complete options either. Okay, okay. I wonder if those change depending on what you've actually done. I mean, obviously Hildebrand stuff is something I haven't completed yet, so it's not on the list, but... Interesting. So you can unlock more options by doing side quests. I haven't done them, so I can't, but it's interesting to know. Wait. General Geyser. Oh, it just skips this walking path. Okay. I thought he was going to, like, change the outfit as well. But apparently not. Even though he's a geyser. We're going to go as the floating eyeball this time. Do 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 do. Hello, Brazen Boy. A monster? Oh god, it's a monster! What's it doing here? Poof! It was me the entire time! Hey, you're not a monster. You're just some strange man. You said you transformed by drinking a potion? I want to try too. I'm just some strange man. Yeah, you want some candy, children? They were strangely accepting of me, of this strange man. So I wonder if the... Oh, hey! What a peculiar festival. Isn't it just fascinating? Transformation, Ladies, I have a wonderful idea for next concert. These three are... I'm blanking on... Is it Little Ladies' Day? I know they're from another seasonal event, so it's really odd seeing them around. And also now I'm going to transform and see which NPCs are around. Alright, let's do this quest again. Hello there. Tell me, are you aware of the delightful costume cortege being held at present? Of course you are. No small few have already joined the merrymaking, and I dare say you would make a most welcome addition to their number. How about it? Raring to give the next person you meet a fright of their life? Wonderful. Take your pick from our selection of perfectly safe concoctions placed atop the benches beside me, and transfigure yourself into creatures of your desire. Gale Kitten. This and the gorilla are the best options, obviously. Okay, so we've got the three characters from the Ladies' Day event or whatever I think it is. Their idols. Oh, hey. What the hell is going on here? Here I thought monsters were on the loose. This is one of the Pajali sisters, and that guy from the what is it? The Heroes of Eorzea, the Champions of Eorzea. That group from the quest line for Titan. I'm still bitter, but also this guy's name, Simpkin. Let's see who else is around. Over here. Okay, those are players. Having the names hidden is making this more of a challenge. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see a bit better. That's really zoomed out. Oh, no, it's a player as well. Inside the shop. Nope. We'll try starting off from the west. I thought there was someone in the water over there, but no. It's really dark as well, so it's kind of hard to see. I can't sprint like this. That's supposing we have an extra challenge. Let's start off over here first. We got Berna Bonton, but that's not the guy. It's not anyone really, aside from a generic NPC. Anyone over near the Healer Guild? The White Mage Guild? The Conjurers Guild? Not around the main area. Inside. Biddy. It's a silly name. Okay, obviously not. They haven't even decorated in here. So we'll just... Okay, I have to manually remove the transfiguration. We'll go to the Aetheryte in the middle of town. Quickly check things out. I'm not seeing much in the way of decorations here either. Oh, there's a few though. I'm sure there's some NPCs around that have the outfits on, because you tend to scatter them around town, or at least, you know, interesting NPCs for the event. Because they always tend to make it little Easter eggs, things like that. Also, might just be missing some because I haven't done side quest stuff. Oh, that was presumably a bot. Yeah, those all popping in and out, those are probably bots. On a roll. On a ray. Anyone in the inn? Let's find out. Not over there. Not over there. Downstairs. No. I'm having surprisingly terrible luck finding these people. Pop over to the market board next, I guess. Hear someone going, yeah! Yeah! In there, though. Is there really no one around? It's genuinely surprising. There's usually at least a couple. Over here. Okay, I keep hearing. Yeah. So there's obviously someone hiding. It's probably a bot. I'm just going to assume it's a bot. Probably leveling up Bard. Oh. I heard that pumpkin head move. But still no NPCs. That's really surprising. Really? Just none at all. It's really weird. Down here? No, not down there either. What the hell? I'm genuinely surprised there hasn't been anyone popping up yet. Because there's usually at least a couple NPCs sitting around for, like, you know, just as little Easter egg things, but aside from the ones from the Little Ladies event or whatever it's called, I haven't seen anyone. There's usually at least someone near the market boards. Okay, no one's here, so I'm clearly missing something. Not inside either. Wait. Why does that one have a tricorn on it? Like the tricorner hat. I thought that was a minion instead of a Lalafell. Wow, that's just... There's nothing. Really nothing. Wow. It's definitely because of my story progress, but like... It's also surprising I'm not just encountering other random characters around. Oh well. That's a shame. I guess we'll go to old Charlian. And I might step away for a minute to use the washroom as well and retrieve my water bottle. The one I dropped earlier for the 100 followers. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. And after that brief but direly needed intermission, we are back to the game. I forgot to teleport to World of Charlotte already. Alright, let's head out and talk to Railen. Apparently we have to spread word of the costume protege to the townspeople, but not right now. Maybe later, but doesn't seem to be much reason to keep doing it, I guess, aside from the these. This is the reward for doing it. You get 10 of these. Alright, so let's see what everyone has to say. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Here we are at last, the great city of Charlian. You may have noticed some of the similarities to the Castellarium, yes? In fact, Oh, but we should really let Railen have her say first. We can continue this conversation another time. I really don't see the similarities, actually. You were doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Railen. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Wow, foreshadowing. The city's gonna vanish. Ooh, spooky. It's not. Even allowing the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye. Even allowing that the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Okay. Because he was in the first for a while. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Railen. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. I'm fine. Honestly, better to be waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry at all. That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into the port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your legs back. Land legs back. Oh, we're getting our outfit pieces. This'll work for my undergeared arcanist. Yeah, I really need to fix that. I thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Railen and Estinian's first time in Charlian, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that we well, I don't know why I'm struggling to read the game's dialogue so much. I stumble over the words sometimes for other games as well, but I don't feel like it's as much as Final Fantasy XIV, but that might be because it's just a very dialogue-heavy game, so the story is the main focus of the game. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you may all have a sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Valdisian Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Livier estate, as such, but I should like to nose around in the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. I wonder if the struggle is just because of the change in wording compared to my usual dialogue? I speak rather informally, I guess. And I'm obviously North American, you can tell from my accent. So, this more formal-ish form of speaking they've got, and also very European in origin, poses more of a struggle than I'd expect, I guess. I'm definitely not just trying to rationalize my own struggles here. I'm absolutely doing that. The annex was west of the Aetherite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. I, too, have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. It's also funny how I'm currently finding Ariage the easiest to speak as. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Then he walks into the harbor by accident. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha, would you like to join us? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be a perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you will have me. Come, Railen, Charlene awaits. Da 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 da. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. So much for an adventure. Now they're following me around. Or at least one of them is. I'm surprised it's doing this introduction after Kryl instead of during the dialogue with Graha. I misread quest as chest, and I was gonna be like, yes, but yeah, it's a cute introduction to the quest line. Not the quest line, the system of having people follow you around, and the town in general, really. Let's head to the cafe, and what does he have to say? I'm grateful to have Kryl's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it all with new eyes, as you are. Yeah, definitely not because this is a new zone. I heard rumors that they were initially planning on having Charlene as a possible starter city in the original, but obviously that never happened. But since it's discussed so much, I imagine they had to do it eventually. I'm hearing what I want to hear. I mean, I might be. I could have sworn I'd heard that, like, as a rumor that they were planning on doing that, but it definitely feels a bit far-fetched. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. Arcanis was supposed to be from Charlene. Okay. I mean, it definitely has that feel to it. Also, despite this being like day 2 after a major patch, there's like no one here on Lamia. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlia in the same way it is in Eorzea. So, at the end of the expansion. This place is called the Peristyle. It is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running the island nation. But it also supplies the further Charlian's pursuit of knowledge, namely, large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Described to Charlian, went to the service CD 1.0, also everyone is asleep because of the mass DC earlier. Plus it's like 6:14 in the morning, which means it's like 5:14 EST. So it's very early in the morning. And again, I'll repeat this for anyone that hasn't been around. My stream schedule, the streams that usually happen today, the ones that start at 3 AM EST or 4 AM my time, that's going to be changed next week. I haven't decided the exact time yet, but I will announce it on Twitter. And I might slip in a third stream just to keep things interesting, as in like, because I've got more free time, I can have the option to do that. So I might slip in a third stream. Not sure what that'll be yet, but I'll announce the schedule on Twitter at least, and I'll probably try changing it on the Twitch about section as well, like the Twitch schedule section. So I'm not gonna like just do it suddenly. I am going to give some advance notice for it. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. Great statue of Thaliak, which I can't see because I can't turn the camera around to face it. As a student of Paldesian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to There it is. You can enter the butthole. Well, we can't, but I mean, it is a thing. That's where the door is basically. It's at the foot of the statue. And it's open up in the back. The path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at his hand. As you know, the Charlian people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as their patron deity, it is more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. I really need to go back into Eureka as well. I keep forgetting to do it. I'm at the second zone. I can't remember what their names are. I need to finish progression through there. And continue on. I think there's a third zone as well, from my understanding of it. So I need to do that at some point. I keep putting it off because it's just a hassle, and it's out of the way now that I'm not doing Stormblood, because Kugane kind of becomes irrelevant after Stormblood. You never really go back there. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Asgardians. Individual Charlians can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. And a fourth zone. I thought the fourth would be sort of like, what is it, like Delirium Reginae or whatever? Like the dungeon thing. I know there's a housing word in Shirogane. I'm saying the actual Kugane itself isn't story relevant after Stormblood. You don't really go back there for anything, because it's so out of the way story-wise. I mean, I'm trying to think. Even for the job quests for Endwalker, I don't think it sends you back there ever. Shadowbringers might a couple times, but not too much. Endwalker Starbucks. Kraha has nothing to say, so it tells it Cryo. And here we are, the last stand. Appropriately named for Endwalker. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlian tends to regard the seasoning of flavor with a certain indifference. Animos, Pagos, Pyros, Hydratos, and then once you complete Hydratos, you can enter Bodis and Ursimol. That's a long journey, and I still need to do that. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distant second. There is one pupil at the studium, however, who could not stomach the school's insipid meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. You know, I'm surprised that for a place that's famous for studying, or perhaps even to the extent of being infamous for it, the culinary arts were not a field of study at all. Except for the guy who opened this. Dixon. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlian. The one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being... the burger! I'm looking forward to that appearing later. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Oh, he will. He'll definitely have the very intense pleasure of eating a burger later. Because you were typical Charlian when it came to cheap and convenient, Graha. But surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Plus he had that 100-year span where he got to, you know, survive in the Crystarium. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe will take us up to the Atelier Plaza. Oh, it's Dickon. Not Dixon. Dickon. Welcome to Last Stand. As the final, and some say only, bastion of fine dining in Charlian, we guarantee a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. Doesn't take too hard to reach that standard. Doesn't take too much rather to reach that standard. To the Atelier Plaza. Dr. Crowley again, I guess. An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it is a perfectly functioning aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. I'm glad they did the reminder, because it's so easy to forget to attune to these things after playing for so long. Now, being a diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on the very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Charlian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our destination. Our path leads to the Agora, Charlian's largest marketplace. Ah, rad. So that would have been a real struggle. It's a pain to get there if you don't have it attuned. Speaking of aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Tataru informed me of the Scions are reimbursed for teleportation costs as part of our duties. Since when, Tataru? Since when are we paid to teleport? Give me back my money. Is it because I don't keep the receipts? I don't even get receipts for teleporting. Give me my money, Tataru! Give me my money! Doubly strangling the microphone there. I find old habits are hard to break. Then I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. The paperwork is the real reason why. Clearly. There is a receipt. There probably is. We just always forget to pick it up. That's the login. Oh yeah, that's true. They do keep a record of all your teleportations and log me in, don't they? There's even less a reason for us not to get paid back for the teleporting then. Tataru's just being cheap. That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their experience will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember where they are. Or remember the way here. That thing. Nope, that's not it. That thing. I'm just gonna leave that marker there for some reason. Well, no reason really. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Ah, perhaps I'll return here later then. These little open-air bookstalls are so uniquely Charlian. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. I've actually seen some of these, smaller scale obviously, around my city, labeled as public libraries. They've got small wooden shelves with books on them and a glass case in the front, or a glass cover in the front, so they don't get damaged by the weather. Because it's like always foggy and raining. So it's interesting to see. I mean, it's a larger scale one, obviously, because Charlian. But it's an interesting concept. I don't know of them ever being used, though. Oh, that's the main goal one there, I guess. Yeah, no quest marker until I actually get over it, huh? Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Charlian, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up on your for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? Ahem. On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. Let's head back to the Atelier Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs to that imposing building at the very top. Why don't I just go around? I mean, it's like right there. Like I did need to go back to the plaza. Well, I guess this is technically part of the plaza, so I guess I'd probably kind of have. Actually, let's double check. Okay, there's no way right there. Just me being dumb. Up we go. I remember this taking a lot longer when I was initially doing it, because they didn't have the markers for these side dialogue things on the map initially. So I scoured the entire city every time after each step to look for new dialogue. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessing of water. For Charlians, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which overflows from Athelier's divine ear. This is the reason why you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. These little decorative features are typical of Charlian architecture. Aside from this research wing, our headquarters of the island of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. And now to go back up. Actually, okay, I am Arcanist. Let's use this so I can have myself a better weapon. There we go, our item level jumped up massively there. I didn't expect the sound effect. I didn't expect that. Took me by surprise. Alright, here's our quest progression. I'm talking to Railen again. It's a nice view from the city. If we could actually view it without the camera being locked here. This grand structure before you is the rostra, which I also can't view because of the camera angle. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since been evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlements I could think of, the great city of Charlian. And bit by bit, those new buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. And then I immediately walk west to attune to this Aethernet. Attuning. Okay, that's a bit too much. I glanced over the screen at the stream for a second there after while I was doing that whole stupid sequence there, and it's disorienting. Yeah, the city is really pretty. It's a really nice place. And now let's walk east. Eastwalker. Alright. No side dialogue. Not even on any of the other bridges. Just here. That's the Levier Estate, right behind you. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore their with Archon Youngkrep. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a very odd spelling. Built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Railen families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than the others by like 200-300% at least. That estate belongs to our friends from the House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being by walking straight into the building. And with that, we bring our little Charlian tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, and follow the path along. Yeah, I know where it is. After you, Railen! By doing the loop around. That's what it wants us to do. And we'll interact with the Internet shard. I like the little plaza here in front of the Levier Estate as well. There's actually a lookout point there, if I remember correctly. We don't have it unlocked yet, obviously. Yeah, the estate also is really nice. It's obviously massive, and you can't explore it fully, because it stretches off into the back, if I remember correctly. Just check that real quick. Up here. Yeah, it stretches off into the back quite a bit as well. So you can't explore the whole thing, but it's pretty impressive. Take a peek inside. We'll just sprint over here. And this is the Levier Estate. I mean, this is basically screenshot worthy right here. And jump down the stairs, but not quite all of them. Let's fix that so I can actually see the maps. We're going to go to the Aethernet shard down to the south here, and then cross the bridge. I really like Charlian. I like the aesthetic of the city. It's a very pretty place. Oh, there's our Aethernet shard there. You can actually go into quite a few of these houses here. They're colored differently on the map. Or at least two of the houses. You can go into two of them. I was thinking it was at least three, but apparently not. Also, I thought she was holding a baby instead of a basket of flowers for a second there. You know, there's one NPC in Shadowbringers that's is carrying around a baby. They didn't use the resource very much. Right. We crossed this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Atelier Plaza. But we have to cross the Atelier Plaza to get there. Charlian is full of educational and research institutions. That NPC that walked by just vanished. I don't know where they went. Charlian is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Sprint! And there are some gleaners doing some gleaning. And there's the Atelier Plaza. They just explicitly warned us not to cross to get to the Baldesion Arsenal. Not Arsenal, Annex. The inn. With its convenient aetherite chart outside of it. Which we'll interact with first. Attuning. Play the entire game in first person, obviously. Alright, Ryle. The joyous look on Ra's face has undoubtedly informed you. This is the Baldesion Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of the phenomenon. I think we've explored enough for one day. I think so as well. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. I think I'm going to rest inside, and then probably call it a stream. I don't know why, but the voices I've been doing are just kind of drying out my throat. Probably just because there is a lot of talking in the game. I'm back. I brought Railen and Raha with me. What's my hand doing? Being weird. Ah, you were right about the shit then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. I feel like I should do a really snarky voice for him because he's got that look on his face right now. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Railen. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Oh, really? I read the entire book. You know, the story skip book. I read that. I read it too. Ochika! Ochika Sunchika! It's been an age! Just the dead face there. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunjika. I got it right the first time, but when I said it in this next dialogue box, it threw me off. Administration Officer for the students of Baldesion. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. The Champion of Eorzea has featured prominently in Railen and Graha's reports, so for me, this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. The reports Graha couldn't send because he was trapped in the tower. Because this is literally his first quest after getting out of the tower. We'll just ignore that. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had the occasion to visit Charlian. Whether we make use of the city's research facilities and attend conferences, or procure supplies from the distant shores... And the Annex here was built to provide lodgings for members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many of us lost, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we see the students rise again. It won't. But first, we must ensure that the Telephoroi fall. I forgot the Telephoroi was a thing. Shows how impactful those towers were to me mentally. I completely forgot about them after they're dealt with. They're addressed story-wise. Through that door to the left here is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. I guess it's because the story progresses so much after the Telephoroi thing happens, which is still quite a ways off, that they end up taking the back seat because so much happens. Once everyone arrives, that is, you can probably have a rest before our discussion begins in earnest. A rest I will take, and then end the stream. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms! Perfect for an afternoon doze. Yet instead they'll just doze out in the streets, basically. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. We've already fully furnished it for you, and even cluttered it with junk for you. So it feels more homey. It was simply that we were often so busy with research, or exhausted from journeys abroad, we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus the name became... And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps may last well into the following morning. Say the word and I shall show you to the chambers. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Sleepy. I am ready for a nap. You bet I am. So we're going into the Andron. So yeah, despite this being a nap room, it's the most lived-in looking room of all the inn rooms. So I thought the music was going to change, but apparently not. We've got a ladder going up to nowhere. We've got ourselves a little sink for, I'm assuming, bathing, food prep, whatever. We've got our chalkboard for writing on. A bunch of books. Many different gems and stuff. More books. Another chalkboard. Art of Corthus up on the wall there. We've got Ifrits. What else do we got here? Papers. A dresser. A seat. And chairs and a table. I mean, considering the amount of time we spend in this, even story-wise, because a lot of cutscenes happen here, it makes sense that it looks so lived in. It's a really nice place. Well, there's even little notes on the inside for where the bed is, so you can stare at these while you sleep. It's like, oh, I woke up, I gotta remember what to do today. And you just got notes stuck on the divider there. And look at this non-transparent window. Cause like, I'm just thinking now. Cause this window comes up in at least one cutscene. Or a couple cutscenes. And you can see through it in those cutscenes. But like, it's closed here, and it's just making me think, I'm surprised they didn't at least put like a fake outside environment there, kind of like what the Inn and Shadowbringers has. But oh well. It's time for sleep. No, not dream fitting. Just we're gonna exit the game. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, it's got the little ending thing. Yeah, that worked out really well, didn't it? Because the game mutes when I minimize it. Alright. Tomorrow we're going to stream Craftopia. Probably. Unless I suddenly change my mind. Because I have that in mind, at least. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in it yet, because I've been making decent progress, but I'm kind of in like a weird middle area, but we'll see. We'll see how, I was about to call it Endwalker, even though... So, because of so many different expansions, in my head the words are jumbled up when I'm trying to say them. Which is why I had like the Shadow Walker thing earlier, and I keep trying to say like Endbringers, Endwalker, whatever. I was about to combine those with Craftopia's title, which is just... my head is jumbled. Anyway, tomorrow is going to be Craftopia. That's the plan. Switch over to this. So tomorrow, Craftopia, where you'll get to see me in this outfit in-game as well. I'm not sure if Kyrie or Suikai will join me, or Saga, I guess. But I'll have the server open for multiplayer for them to join. It won't be open to everyone else, though. It's just going to be my Steam friends, so it's going to be a small group, if anything. So yeah, open invitation for them, I guess, if they're listening. Other than that, I'm going to look for someone to raid, I guess. I'll be back in a minute or so. And again, thank you for finally getting me to 100 followers, and I hope you all enjoyed the gift subs, those of you that got them. I'll be right back in a minute. It's funny, everyone's doing the new variant dungeon from the 6.25 patch. No one seems to be doing the seasonal event, so I'm having a time finding people that can be raided, but I'll hopefully figure that out in a minute or so. The ads for different videos and stuff don't help either. I just paused one for like half a second and it gave me another 30-second ad. Well, I found someone a little bit further ahead in Endwalker than we are, so we're going to raid them, I guess. If this works. I know some... last time we tried to raid someone, I think, it wouldn't let me raid them. So, there we go. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and hopefully you join in for Craftopia tomorrow. And, yeah, hopefully you enjoy the person we raid.